Okay, so now we've learned about what licensing is. We know how much it's going to cost and how I can use it. And now we know that licensing can be for everybody. So now where do I start? Well, the licensing process can actually just begin with 4 simple steps. And the first one is really the brainstorming, the idea. How do you come up with that? Well, I'll be honest, there's no idea that is too crazy. And I'll give you an example. What if I told you that there's a fantasy MMORPG, knights, dragons, demons, swords, and you want to put a heavy metal rock band into it? Not only that, the heavy metal rock band is from 15 years ago. I was scratching my head too. I was like, how is this going to work? You know, you see in the media, DJs into games, I get that. But a rock band from 15 years ago, fantasy MMORPG, not too sure. But it happened, and this is what we did. We had put Korn into Adventure Quest. The concept was, it was called the Monster Mosh Pit Battle Arena. Even at the time when I heard that, I'm still wondering, how is that going to look? I don't get it. But it was a hit. Basically, the players of the game in the MMO would converge into an arena. They'd be battling monsters and demons, fighting. Korn was playing 3 live song sets. It was awesome. After it, you can now buy Korn branded skins, items, weapons, power-ups. It was phenomenal. I loved it. So for those of you who are wondering what it would have looked like, here it is. Oh. Unfortunately, the video is not going to play. Happy to share this slide deck with everybody afterwards. And, you know, at least you can see the video. Okay, so now that you've gotten the brainstorming out of the way, you know how to get the brands. Last thing I want to add before I jump into this is that with any brainstorming session, you should probably have at least 5 to 10 different IP ideas that you want to incorporate. The reason is your first 2 or 3 probably may be out of your range, or they may not even want to be in the game. So that's why it's good to have backup options of 5 to 10. Secondly, it's also good to work with a professional because they can also add on to more ideas or more brands or IP that you thought may not even been available. So definitely think of that when you're in your brainstorming session. Now, next sort, proposal to the brand. How's that going to work? How do I reach out to the brand? Well, there's 2 options. The first one being you can directly reach out to them. How? Well, if you have a direct relationship with somebody who can get you access to a brand or IP to talk about ideas, that's great. You're thinking that might also be your best option. Why? You save money because you don't have to pay any external fees, and you get to build a relationship with the brand yourself, and that's great. However, there are benefits to work with a professional, like I mentioned. A few of those are actually getting the value, getting the extra bonuses from maybe better deals from their relationships. But you might think, but I'm going to lose my ability to have that relationship. You may with certain professionals, but again, it just depends who you work with. You might think that it's also going to cost a lot of money. Again, it just depends who you work with. That's one thing that Epik, we like to do a little bit differently. We do it all for free. It sounds funny, but you don't pay us for anything until we get you a successful licensing deal. So that's extra value add there. And we're pretty transparent on what we do with our clients. So definitely happy to help with those relationships.